The way that I look at my job is not making my patients stand out from the crowd, but helping them to blend in, if you like. It's the opposite. I'm not trying to give my patients features so that when they walk down the street, everyone looks at them and thinks, wow. I'm Darren McEwen. I'm a cosmetic doctor.
And I'm Tom, I'm Darren's husband, and I'm the practice manager.
Facelift is a documentary series that has followed a little bit of our work for the last year and also delved into some of our personal lives.
Yep, the small little fact that we've just had a baby.
And not this one.
No, this is the first one.
This is the first one. We've had another baby, an actual human baby this time.
She's an actual baby.
I was interested in cosmetic surgery because I was always interested in how the concept of how the appearance impacts how we feel and how we function in society, and the relationship between the physical and the psyche was something that I always found fascinating. For me, cosmetic surgery is much more than just about the way we look. It's much deeper than that. It's about the way our patients feel about themselves.
I worked in investment banking initially, and Darren basically poached me. Thought I'd be a good addition to the company.
So Tom, when we first got together, Tom had all of the same misconceptions that everyone else has about cosmetic surgery and what it is.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He thought we were all crazy.
I mean, yeah, you are a little bit crazy. Not in the reasons that I was thinking before, but yeah, I mean, people who maybe do have something that bothers them enough to want to get something done about it, and that's where we come in. If there's something that can be done to fix something that really does bother you when you look in the mirror, then why not get it done? And then that means then you can then just go on and get on with your regular life, basically.
Having a camera crew into our lives is probably more stressful than you might imagine. I guess there's an expectation that you think that over time you might forget that the camera is there, and I guess that maybe happens to an extent, but you are still always aware there's someone else there.
Hopefully people like it. Like, that's the worry, I think. We've seen bits of it, and
we're about to be judged by the great British public,
who are brutal. So please don't be too brutal to us.
The thing that I wish people understood about cosmetic surgery is that it is not what you see in the media. It is not what you see in social media. It's not what you see in Love Island. It's not what you see in reality TV. Those are the sort of outlier cases which really stand out. But the way that I look at my job is not making my patients stand out from the crowd, but helping them to blend in, if you like. It's the opposite. I'm not trying to give my patients features so that when they walk down the street, everyone looks at them and thinks, wow. It's allowing them to walk down the street feeling great in themselves, but without feeling self-conscious about one or two defects, rather than trying to create this universal look that I think people associate with cosmetic surgery. And undoubtedly, there is that out there, but I would say the silent majority of cosmetic surgery is more like what we do, than what the small minority that you see amplified on social media. I think there's a few things that I hope people might take away from the show. The first is around what cosmetic surgery is and what the purpose of it is and why we do it and who our patients are. I think it would be really great if we could get the record straight on that. There's also, I guess, another aspect of the show is that we're doing quite an ambitious project by building this really high-end, super specialist centre of excellence in the middle of Scotland. And normally you would expect these kind of big projects to be done in places like London or bigger cities around the world. And actually, we want to show that actually you can do these really cool high-end projects in Scotland. I think television has a habit of making same-sex relationships fall into stereotypes of what you imagine them to be. And what I hope comes across in this is actually we're just a normal couple, like any other couple, at home with our dog, and having
There she is.
having a family, and we have the same aspirations as every other family.